Swadika, and thank you for joining us for the morning edition of NBT World Brief. You're with me, Tra Tirakausan. Thailand's foreign ministry says 3 Thai crew members remain missing after a search operation aboard a damaged cargo vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. The Foreign Affairs Ministry reports no sign of the 3 missing crew members from the Thai-flagged cargo ship Mayuri Nari, despite a detailed search operation. According to Panidon Patchimsawat, the deputy spokesperson for the ministry, the ship's owner, Precious Shipping, deployed a specialized search and rescue team to inspect the vessel. The operation was carried out with permission from local authorities, focusing on areas where the crew members were believed to have been at the time of the incident. Search teams thoroughly examined all accessible sections of the ship. However, efforts were hampered by severe fire damage, lingering smoke, and flooding in the engine room, making conditions extremely difficult. Despite these challenges, the company says the team conducted the search to the fullest extent possible, but did not find the 3 missing crew members. Families have been informed of the latest developments.
โดยทางกระทรวงจะไม่ลดละความพยายามในการตามหาลูกเรือทั้ง3 คนโดยจะประสานงานกับฝ่ายอิหร่านและฝ่ายอื่นๆที่เกี่ยวข้องอย่างใกล้ชิดต่อไปกระทรวงการต่างประเทศขอเรียกร้องให้ทุกฝ่ายที่เกี่ยวข้องกลับสู่กระบวนการเจรจาและการทูตโดยเร็วที่สุดเพื่อยุติสถานการณ์ความตึงเครียดตามหลักกฎหมายระหว่างประเทศและกฎบัตรสหประชาชาติโดยให้ความสำคัญแก่ความปลอดภัยของพลเรือนและการเดินเรือสินค้าผ่านช่องแคบฮอร์มุซ
On March 11th, the cargo ship Mayuri Nari was hit near the Strait of Hormuz, triggering a fire and heavy damage. 20 crew were rescued while 3 remain missing. The vessel ran aground off Iran's Qashem Island days later. Air quality in northern Thailand remains critical, with Chiang Mai facing worsening PM 2.5 from widespread wildfires, exceeding safety limits and reducing visibility. The pollution is largely caused by wildfires both within the province and across neighboring borders. From January to late March, nearly 3,900 hotspot fires have been recorded, burning thousands of hectares. The thick smog has obscured key landmarks, with Doi Suthep no longer visible from the city for more than 3 consecutive days. Air quality readings show PM 2.5 levels reaching as high as 97 micrograms per cubic meter in the city, with an air quality index of 180. In Chiang Dao district, conditions are even more severe, with PM 2.5 levels climbing to 187 and AQI hitting 262, classified as very unhealthy. Officials have issued health warnings via mobile alerts, urging residents to wear protective masks, avoid outdoor activities, and seek medical attention if symptoms occur. Deputy Prime Minister Suchat Chomklin has visited the area to monitor wildfire response efforts and support frontline teams.
สิ่งที่สำคัญที่สุดคือผมก็เป็นห่วงที่สุดคือสุขภาพอนามัยของคนภาคเหนือนะครับก็ให้ความสำคัญแล้วก็ตั้งใจที่จะขึ้นมาให้กำลังใจเจ้าที่ข้าราชการของเราด้วยเพราะว่าเหนื่อยล้ากันทั้งอาทิตย์แล้วนะครับเพราะต้องออกไปต่อสู้กับไฟป่าซึ่งรุนแรงในช่วงฤดูแล้ง
Local authorities say many fires are in remote conservation areas, making them difficult to access and requiring aerial support to contain. Emergency meetings have been held to coordinate a faster response and reduce the impact on public health. The government is promoting B20 diesel as a way to reduce energy costs in the transport and industrial sectors, key factors that influence overall goods prices. Government officials say B20 is a diesel blend containing 20% locally produced palm-based biodiesel. Compatible vehicles can use it just like regular diesel, with the added benefit of lower fuel costs and greater reliance on domestic energy sources. To encourage adoption, the Oil Fuel Fund Committee is keeping B20 prices about 5 baht per liter lower than standard diesel, known as B7. The measure is aimed at helping operators cut energy expenses in a tangible way. The policy is expected to benefit the transport, logistics, and industrial sectors, where energy costs are high, easing pressure on product price increases and benefiting consumers overall. Meanwhile, major oil retailers are gradually expanding B20 availability. Bangchak has begun sales at its Prakanong depot, while OR is offering B20 at facilities in Songkhla and Saratburi. Shell is expected to launch distribution in early April. The push for B20 is also set to increase demand for palm oil, one of Thailand's key agricultural products, helping to stabilize prices and ensure more stable income for farmers while reducing long-term reliance on imported energy. The government says balancing energy costs for both consumers and businesses remains a priority, with B20 promotion seen as a measure that supports the economy, agriculture, and national energy security in the long run. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul responded to concerns that diesel prices could rise to 60 baht per liter in April, saying prices are driven by market mechanisms. He said Thailand's fuel supply remains sufficient, while urging the public to conserve energy to ensure long-term energy security, noting the country is not alone in facing rising energy costs. Researchers in northeastern Thailand are turning plastic waste into alternative fuel, offering a potential new energy source for the agricultural sector. At Suranari University of Technology in Nakhon Ratchasima, plastic waste is being transformed into fuel through advanced research and innovation. At the university's integrated waste management facility, large volumes of plastic are sorted and processed using a closed, oxygen-free heating system. The process, known as pyrolysis, converts the waste into hydrocarbon energy, which can then be refined into fuel and other products. Once distilled and separated to meet standards, the output can be upgraded to gasoline or diesel-grade fuel suitable for use in engines. The research team says the fuel could become a viable alternative for the agricultural sector, especially for machinery such as tractors, loaders, and lawnmowers. The Energy Conservation Promotion Fund Office has also studied the project as part of efforts to develop solutions that could reduce long-term energy costs.
ถ้าวันหนึ่งราคาอย่างที่บอกครับมันมาได้ผมเข้าใจว่าต้นทุน pyrolysis ตอนนี้น่าจะอยู่ที่12 บาทต่อลิตรครับคราวนี้12 บาทต่อลิตรเทียบกับดีเซลปัจจุบันเอา30เนาะสมมุติเราขายเพื่อให้เขามีกำไรในส่วนของคนทำสัก 20-25 มันก็จะมีแก็ปที่มันเป็นไปได้แต่ว่ามันก็สามารถคงราคาให้ภาคการเกษตรคือเราอาจจะกังวลที่เอาไปใช้กับรถราคาหลายบาทอย่างเงี้ยคราวนี้ประเด็นคือดีเซลมันก็ถูกใช้ในเครื่องจักรกลการเกษตรแมคโครรถตักรถไถพวกนี้ใช้ได้ดีเซลรอบต่ำนะครับก็เป็นอีกทางเลือกหนึ่งแต่ถ้าท่านวันหนึ่งมันขาดจริงๆแล้วเราต้องใช้เนี่ยมันก็จะเพิ่มต้นทุนในการกลั่นกับการทำความสะอาดแต่ถามว่ามันอยู่ในราคาที่รับได้ถึง30ไหมผมคิดว่าถ้าเป็นดีมานด์มีถึงมันทำได้
However, officials say scaling up production into fully refined fuel remains limited by legal restrictions, as fuel refining is a regulated activity requiring government approval. For now, most production stops at the pyrolysis oil stage. Still, national standards for this type of oil have already been established, allowing it to be legally produced and sold as an alternative to heavy fuel oil. Experts say pyrolysis technology presents a promising pathway not only for waste management but also for expanding alternative energy options beyond solar power, depending on future policy support and development. A scenic area at the Pasak JOLASID Dam is drawing visitors during the dry season as receding water reveals vast green grasslands. In the downstream area of the Pasak JOLASID Dam in Lopburi province, the landscape transforms each year as water levels drop below 40% of capacity during the dry season. What emerges is a wide expanse of lush green grass stretching to the horizon. Set against a backdrop of water and mountains, has become a popular check-in spot for visitors looking to relax, picnic, or camp. Now, one of the highlights is herds of goats and sheep brought in by local farmers to graze, adding to the atmosphere. The most picturesque time is between 4:30 and 6 p.m. when the sunset casts a golden glow over the grasslands and reservoir as herds slowly make their way back. Visitors can enjoy simple activities like photography or kite flying, with open access to the area free of charge. Officials say the site continues to attract tourists seeking a peaceful natural escape within easy reach of the city. And that wraps up our morning news report. Stay updated with the latest developments and more stories. Simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, สวัสดีค่ะ